All right, welcome guys. Today is Wednesday. It's July 2nd. We are here for our yoga class. So let's make this all about focusing on breath, connecting with movements, and releasing stress in the body and in the mind. We're going to start with some relaxation. So let's go down on our backs. Make yourselves nice and comfortable. So just adjust yourself. Allow your arms to rest at your sides, palms facing up towards the sky. Just close your eyes. And if you can, breathe only in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage. Exhale out through the nose, feeling that same area of your body contract and empty. While we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, become aware of your face. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw. Breathe into your neck. Breathe from your shoulders out through your fingers. Breathe from your hips all the way out through your toes. And then guide your breath into your spine. You want to breathe down the entire length of the spine, weaving our breath in between each segment, opening the space, breathing away tightness and tension. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale it behind us. Once it makes it to the mat, push out through your left heel and stretch that left arm even longer and straighter so we get a good stretch going up the left side of the body. Now let the left side relax. Inhale the arm back up. Let it float down. Now inhale right arm towards the sky. Exhale, let it float behind us. Once it makes it to the mat, push out to the right heel and stretch that right arm even farther, lengthening the right side of the body. And then let that right side relax. We'll inhale the left arm back up. Exhale again, let it float down. So now both arms are extended behind us. Push out through both heels and stretch out through both arms. And then let your body go soft. Now let's start to draw the left knee into the chest, and we're going to use our hands to bring that thigh as close to our ribs as we can. And while it's hugged in there, point and flex your foot. Gently roll your ankle around and around. And reverse. And then just rest your foot. Begin to circle that whole leg around. And reverse. And then we'll keep the knee tucked in nice and close. From there, let's send that leg out and switch. So now bring the right knee in. Use your hands to get that thigh right up to your ribs, and then we'll flex and point the foot. And then we'll circle the ankle round and round. And reverse. And then just let your foot rest. And now let's make that nice circle around from the hip. And reverse. And then just keep that knee tucked in nice and close. Now let's bring the left knee in at the same time. So again, using the hands to pull those thighs right to the ribs. Shoulders relaxed and rock gently side to side. And then begin to circle the knees around and around, moving that massage into lower back. And reverse. And then just keep the knees tucked in. Now separate the knees so your big toes stay close. And your knees are aimed out, one over each shoulder. And we'll bring the knees back together and let your feet rest on the mat. Now space your feet apart about hip distance. We've got toes and heels out, arms at our sides, palms to the sky. Tighten the belly and begin to slowly peel yourself off the mat. Cross your hips and hold that without feeling any tension in the neck. No discomfort in our knees. And then equally as slowly we come back down. Try again, let's tighten the belly and begin to peel ourselves off the mat. Pressing those hips nice and high, holding there. And then let's slowly melt that down. Once we've made it all the way back to the mat, we're going to bring our knees back into the chest. Nice tight little hug. And then as we exhale, let's roll up to a seated position. Once we've made it upright, cross our legs Taylor style. Feel your sit bones on the mat, let your palms open, face to the sky, backs of the hands on our knees. Let our chin fall to our chest so we breathe into the back of the neck. Let's lift our head to back and open our throat. Again, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open our throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Now let that left ear roll to the left shoulder. Drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. Drop the chin and roll right. Dropping the chin, and we're back to neutral. Feel that spine lengthening off the tailbone. Now let's place hands together at our heart. We're going to inhale the arms in the heart. And then exhale, hands together. Inhale, let's open. And exhale together. Inhale, open. And exhale together. Now let's inhale towards the sky and exhale, open down. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, arms open. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, open. Once more, inhale to the sky. And then exhale to the heart. Let your hands come back upon your knees, returning to seated mountain pose. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, let's soften and transition to our hands and knees. So once we've made it to hands and knees, back, shoulders over hands, hips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Turn those hands in slightly and press through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Begin to sink your navel as you start lifting your tailbone. Then you're going to lift your head and open your heart. There's our cow. Exhale, scoop the belly in, drop the head, round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, exhale, cat. And then find your way back to neutral spine. From there, let's extend through the heel of the right foot. Add the left arm forward and rotate your palm open to the sky. Exhale, lower, we'll switch. Left leg, right arm extend. Exhale, lower, switch again, extend. Exhale, lower, switch, one more, extend. And then exhale, lower. Once there, big toes close, knees apart. Push back with that tailbone. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead to the mat, and then turn your palms to the sky. From there, let's take the left arm, pass it through the right armpit, sink your shoulder to the mat. We'll bring that out and switch. And then bring that arm out, and one more time to stretch all the way up through those fingertips. Come back to foundational hands. Let's tuck our toes. Make our way up into downward facing dog. Dangling the head through the arms, feeling our ribs pull closer to our thighs. Feel the back of your shoulder blades reach towards those gluteals. Nodding the head yes. Shaking our head no. Allowing our head to just dangle there, and let's walk our dog. Lift and lower each heel individually. And then press both heels down. And inhale ourselves into plank. Exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale again, down dog. And inhale to plank. From there, let's modify to knees and tops of feet. And then as we exhale, elbows open, chest down, hips down. Tuck elbows in and inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale down. And inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Now let's press back into extended child's pose. Again, reach that tailbone towards your heels, chest between the knees, forehead on the mat, palms to the sky. Return to foundational hands and tuck the toes, making our way back up into down dog. And then let's walk our dog, lift and lower each heel individually. Press both heels down. And inhale, return to plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, we're going to lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale again to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From there, we're going to take a giant step forward with right foot between the hands. And that brings us into runner's lunge. So check that your right knee is over your ankle. Head is lifted, long, straight back leg. Now let the left knee lower to the mat. Press to the top of your left foot. Start to lift upper body. Let's reach high to the sky for crescent moon. And then we'll exhale, fold forward. Tuck the left toes under so we can return to our lunge. And then send your right foot back into plank. Press back up into down dog. And then left foot steps between the hands. So again, making sure left knee remains over ankle. Back leg long and straight. And then let's sink to the right knee and the top of the right foot. Inhale to the sky. Crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck those right toes under, lift the right knee, return to your lunge. And then we'll send our left foot back into plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Now right foot forward and then left foot forward. Toes are close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. And exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering. Elbows open, chest down, hips down. Elbows come in, inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And then exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale, returns us to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And again, exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Once more, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, rise for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Now let's find our way into standing mountain pose. I'm very aware of your stance. Feeling both feet firmly pressed into the earth. Feeling that navel holding our spine supported. Fingers reaching away from our shoulders. Head being pulled to the sky. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Now I want you to feel your ribs actually rest on your thighs. Cradle your elbows in the palms of your hands to form a frame. And then let your head hang within that frame. Exhale, fingers release to the mat. Giant step back with our right foot. Brings us into runner's lunge. From there, let's push right heel down, turn right toes out. Align your left heel with the back of your right heel. Now when you start lifting upper body, check that your left knee's over your ankle. Got your hip bones facing forward with your shoulders squared out over your hips. And then when ready, add your arms for warrior one. Arms open wide, stay long in the waist. Let's hinge forward, bring us into our airplane warrior. And then try lifting to the ball of your right foot so we end up in our airplane lunge. And then we'll exhale our hands to the mat. Step the left foot back into plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot steps between the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. Once there, let's again sink down to the left knee, press to the top of the left foot, and back up into crescent moon. And then let your hands press together at your heart. Let's inhale as we start rotating right, and then as we exhale, our left elbow tucks outside the right thigh. We roll the right shoulder open and breathe into your twist. As we exhale, let's untwist. Hands return to the mat. We tuck left toes under to come back into our lunge. Left foot steps forward. Toes close, heels apart. And then from there, let's inhale, slowly rise, reach to the sky. And exhale to our heart. Again, inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Cradling our elbows, forming that frame once again. Dangling our head down there while our ribs rest on our thighs. Let your fingers release to the mat. Take a step back with the left foot into lunge. Push the left heel down, turn the left toes out. Let's align right heel with back of left heel. We begin lifting upper body. Hip bones face forward, shoulders square. Add arms when ready. Warrior one. Arms open wide, stay long in the waist, hinge forward, bringing us into our airplane lunge. And then try lifting to the ball of your left foot. There's our airplane lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back into plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale again into plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot steps between the hands, so we're back into our lunge. Once there, let's sink to the right knee. Press through the top of the right foot. Return to crescent. And then let your hands come together at your heart. As we inhale, we start rotating to our left, and then as we exhale, try to get that right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. And then as we exhale, let's untwist, hands to the mat. Tap the right toes, lift the right knee. We're back into runner's lunge. Right foot steps forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Stepping right foot back, returning us to our runner's lunge. Once there, begin to push your weight forward onto your left foot as you're straightening your left leg. And let's lift the right leg behind us, hip level. Let your hands form a tripod with that left foot. Remain that way, or align your left thumb with your left pinky toe. Start to roll your left hip away and add your right arm to the sky for half moon balance. And then let's exhale, right hand down if it's lifted. Again, step back with your right foot, returning us to our lunge. And then from there, let's walk ourselves around so we end up in our straddle. So once we're facing the wide edge of your mat, you want to turn your toes in slightly, heels out slightly. Hands should be directly under the shoulders. You can keep your knees as bent as you need to. We're going to inhale, look out. And then we're going to exhale and let the upper body go completely limp. Let's press down through the palms so we push our arms as straight as we can. Now start to bend your left knee and begin to shift your weight to the left, keeping your right foot flat so we're feeling the stretch go right up that inner right thigh. And then start to push the left leg straight once again so we're back to center. From there, use your left hand to come to the outside of your right ankle, and you're going to thread that right arm under the right thigh and just draw your torso into that right thigh. And then let's release, and we're back to that neutral center point. Inhale with our flat back looking out. Exhale, let's open the arms to create our airplane. Then inhale as we slowly rise to standing. Moving into 5-pointed star with outstretched arms and palms to the sky. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. And let the arms reopen. We're back in our star. I'm going to take the left arm, we're going to lower it down and make a nice full circle so it comes back. Same with the right arm, lower down, making our circle. Try again with the left, full arm circle. And one more with the right. And then just rotate your palms to face forward. And start to bring your hands closer and closer together. Once your palms meet, we'll lace our fingers. And then just push palms away from your body. So when you're doing that, you're going to feel a nice stretch across the upper back, the back of the shoulders, and between those shoulder blades. Continue to press through the palms, but let the arms raise towards the sky. Pushing palms up, but pulling shoulders down. Feel yourself getting a little longer out of your waist. Move into a slight back bend. And then come back up. Still lengthening from the waist, let's side bend to our left. Rise back up. And side bend to the right. And rise. And then return to 5-pointed star. So I want to keep that nice open feel as we turn left toes to the front end of our mat. Let's align our left foot with a right arch this time. Hip bones stay facing the wide edge of your mat, and we bend the left knee. So we're looking for that place where our knee is over our ankle without going past our toes. We can feel that right pinky toe pressed into the mat, so good flat foot back there. Extend the left arm a little further forward. Let's lift the left, lower the right, and then push your left palm to the sky. on the exhale, let's bring left forearm to thigh and right arm to the sky. Feel like you're trying to press the back of your shoulder against an invisible wall. And right arm lowers towards the hip so it can make that full circle. And as it comes back into place, we return to warrior two. And then we're going to pull that left leg straight without locking. So we're back to our start position. We want to stay as open and as straight and flat as we can. Our right hip begins to pull right, and our left arm is going to stretch as far away from our right hip as we can go. Once we can't go in either direction, then we can lower the left and lift the right. Press your right hip slightly forward, roll that right shoulder slightly back, and there's our triangle. So really focus on the stretch you're feeling all the way up the spine, across the front of our hips, down the backs of our legs. Now take that right arm and we're going to start to lay it across the right ear with your right palm facing the sky. That would be our side triangle. And then simply start to bend the left knee. And you can place your left forearm on your thigh, or you could reach your left hand to the mat. And there's our side angle pose. Lower body stays the same, but let's inhale the right arm back up for extended angle. And then as we exhale, we start revolving upper body. And that's going to bring us back into runner's lunge. Once there, left foot steps back, we find our plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, toes tuck under, we're back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Now you can hang out in your plank or you could add a push-up. And then return to down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Start to bend your knees like you want to sit down in a little chair. And while you're bending the knees, bring them closer together. Now you can lift your ribs from your thighs, add your arms along your ears, and there's our chair pose. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, extend. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot steps back into runner's lunge. So once we've got ourselves in a good sturdy stance, we're going to push our weight back onto that right foot and straighten the right leg as we do, sending our left leg hip level. Hands form a tripod, and that will be tripod balance. Remain like that, or align right pinky toe with right thumb and roll your left hip open, sending left arm towards the sky. Exhale, left hand down if it's lifted. Now let's step left foot way back, returning us to our lunge. Good, now walk around into wide straddle. Adjust your feet so those toes are turned in slightly, heels out slightly, hands directly under our shoulders. Big inhale to look out. And then exhale, elbows bend. We drop the upper body and really focus on inner thighs and hamstrings. Press down through the palms. Once again, push the arms straighter and straighter. Now start to bend the right knee. So we're going to shift our weight towards the right, keeping the left foot flat. Really focusing on stretching that inner left thigh. And then Start to pull the right leg straight, hands come back to that neutral position. And we take the right hand, reach it across to the outside of your left ankle. And then let's use the left arm to wrap around the bottom or the back side of that left thigh and pull your upper body into your left thigh. And as we exhale, let's release and return to that neutral center. Inhaling our flat back, we look out. Exhale, the arms open wide, taking us into airplane straddle. And then let's inhale and make our way up into 5-pointed star. Now let's inhale to the sky. Exhale, float forward, brush the earth, and then inhale into your sunflower. Exhale, let's fold forward and inhale, rise to sunflower. Exhale, fold, and inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold, and inhale, rise. Let's come back into 5-pointed star. Left arm's going to lower down and around and make your circle. Right arm lower down and around into that circle. Again with the left arm, so we get that nice full shoulder circle. And right arm. And then from there, turn palms forward and let them meet together in front of the body once again. Lacing our fingers, pushing palms away from the body. Start to push the palms towards the sky, keeping the shoulders relaxed, feeling ourselves getting taller out of our waist. Move into a slight back bend. Back up to neutral. And then we'll side stretch to our right. Lift up. Side stretch to our left. And lift. And then from there, return to our 5-pointed star. Now let's turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Align your right heel with your left arch and keep your chest and your hip bones facing the wide edge. And then begin to bend the right knee. Center your body weight equally into both feet. Good, now stretch that right hand a little further. Let's lift the right, lower your left, push right palm to the sky. And let's exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left hand to the sky. Think about keeping your back pressed up against a wall behind you. And then start to lower the left arm down towards the hip. It makes that full circle. As it comes back into place, we return to warrior two. Good, now pull the right leg straight without locking, bringing us back into our starting position. Imagine ourselves pressed between two panes of glass. Start to pull that left hip left and start reaching right hand away from left hip. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, right hand goes low and left hand goes high. Pressing left hip forward, left shoulder slightly back. Keep that left arm nice and long, but begin to lower it so it's alongside your left ear. Palm facing the sky, there's our side triangle. And then if we begin to bend the right knee, we can either place right forearm on thigh or right hand to mat. That becomes our side angle pose. And then inhale, left arm straight up for extended angle pose. As we exhale, let's revolve upper body. And we return to runner's lunge. Standing our right foot back into plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale again to plank. You can hang out there or insert a push-up. And then return to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps forward. Toes close, heels apart. Bending our knees so we sink our hips like we're sitting in a tiny chair. And as we're doing that, pulling knees closer together. Lift ribs from thighs, add arms along ears. And then from there, let's inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. And then we're back into standing mountain pose. So from our standing mountain pose, let's work on our balance. I want you to find a focal point for your eyes and fixate on that spot. Once you've found your spot, begin to shift your weight into your right foot. You want to feel your right foot nice and open. Hold that belly button tight, and then we're going to bend that left knee. See if we can bring our heel up towards our bottom. And then place the inside of your left foot in the palm of your hand and let your right arm come forward. That would be our beginning dancer pose. We can remain there or we could expand it a little bit. And then as we exhale, we can make our way back into standing mountain pose. So reestablishing balance into both feet. Focal point for the eyes. Begin to shift our weight into our left foot, feeling that stability in the left foot with wide spread toes, navel to spine. Bend the right knee, bringing that heel up towards your bottom. Placing that right foot inside right foot in the palm of your hand, and then left arm is forward. And we can remain there or we could expand it. As we exhale, return to standing mountain pose. Now let your hands come behind your back and we're going to hook them together. So once you've got them hooked in some fashion, I want you to start pulling down with your hands, which is going to open the front of your shoulders, and you're going to feel that expand across your heart center, and then allow your head to tip back just enough to open your throat. Let's inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Think about pulling your rib cage to your thighs. Once you get your ribs on your thighs, then you can let your head drop. And you can try lifting those arms higher. Exhale, let the hands release. And just let your body be limp like a rag doll. And then from there, with hands on the mat, we'll step back with our right foot and then our left foot into our plank. So once we've got a good solid plank, let's keep right shoulder over right wrist, turning to the side for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. Let's come back around into full plank. Lift the right foot not too high and then press back into three-legged dog. Lift to the ball of your left foot and transition into one-legged plank. And then we'll set the right foot down. And let's keep left shoulder over left wrist, turning to open for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. And we'll exhale back around into our full plank. Lift the left foot not too high and press back into three-legged dog. Lift to the ball of your right foot and then transition into your one-legged plank. Set the left foot down. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. We'll walk our dog a few times. We'll press our heels down, down, down. And then let's come back down onto all fours. Once on all fours, sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, rounding for cat. Inhale again, cow. And exhale, cat. And then return to neutral. Extend the right leg behind your hip level. Extend the left arm in front of you, turning your palm to the sky. And then see if you can lift your left foot so it's not helping us balance. And then let's bring that left hand and foot back down and pull the right knee forward. So it's going to come up behind the right wrist. And then use your left hand to guide your right heel across the body. We want to aim it at our left hip bone. While we're doing that, we're going to keep the right knee pointing to the outer edge of our mat. Start inching the left leg a little farther back, and then allow your body to melt towards the mat. Push into the outer edge of your left pinky toe and the tops of your right toes. Start lifting up our body. We're going to bring the right knee back, so we're back onto all fours. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round cat. And then we're neutral once again. This time extend the left leg, push out through left heel, add right arm forward, palm to the sky. And then try lifting that right foot. Let's bring right hand and foot back down. Bring the left knee forward so it comes up behind the left wrist. Using right hand to guide left heel towards right hip bone, left knee out to the outside edge of your mat. Inching our right leg a little farther back. And then sinking down. Press on the tops of your right toes and the outer edge of your left pinky toe. And then we'll start to walk the hands back in. And once we're upright, let's return to all fours. Once we're on all fours, foundational hands, let's tuck our toes, push our tailbone towards the sky. Let your head fall freely through your arms. Or just stretch the entire back side of the body. And then we can come back down onto all fours. And from there, we'll come back and have a seat. Now we'll start with our legs out in front, hands on either side of our hips. So push out through the heels of your feet, press down through your palms. Feel like you're trying to push your body right off the mat. So sitting up nice and tall. Good, and then exhale, let's soften and walk our hands forward. Belly button would be the goal to get to the thighs, and then the rest of the body can follow. And then we can rise slowly. Once we're up, let's keep the left leg straight and we'll bend the right knee. So bring that right heel in as close to your body as you can, keeping our sit bones on the mat. And then let's reach the right hand across towards our left big toe. From there, we're going to try wrapping that right arm around the bent right leg, coming around with the left arm, seeing if we can get our hands to meet. And once we've got them as close as we can, inhale, sit up taller. And exhale, let's turn and look over left shoulder. And then as we exhale, we can untwist. We'll keep the right knee bent, but now we're just going to lay it down. So the bottom of our right foot presses against our left inner thigh. And we're going to walk our hands forward and just fold over the left leg. And then let's slowly come up. And send our left hand towards our left ankle. Send our right arm high. And side stretch to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Now stretch both legs out straight once again. Hands on either side of those hips. Press down through your palms. Push out through your feet. And then we'll soften. Let the hands walk forward. Push back through the tailbone. And slowly come up. Once we're up, let's keep right leg straight, then left knee. So again, want to just walk that foot in as close as we can. And then we're going to take that left hand and reach it towards our right big toe. And then let's start to wrap that left arm around the bent left leg. And we'll send the right arm around from behind as well. Trying to get our hands together as close as we can. And then let's inhale, sit taller. And exhale so we can look over that shoulder. And then as we exhale, we can untwist. Keep the left knee bent, but let's let it fold down. Left foot against right inner thigh. Hands go on either side of right leg as we fold forward. And then let's come up. And let your right hand reach towards your right ankle, side stretch over. Inhale, lift up, and exhale down. Good, now let's stretch out that left leg. Keep the right leg straight, but now we'll open both legs out. So we're going to push out through the heels of our feet and simply draw the body forward. When you feel like you get stuck and you can't go any farther, try pushing a little farther out through the heels of your feet, lengthening your spine a little bit more, And breathing into those tight spots. Inhale our way back up. And once we're up, we'll bring our legs closer together. And let's bend our knees. So hands go behind thighs. Shoulders fall from ears. Belly button nice and tight, head held high. Balance on your tailbone. And then let's begin to extend the legs forward we can without rounding the back. Your arms. And then we're going to lower just the upper body. Once the upper body is down with your arms resting on the mat behind you, send both legs straight up to the sky. And then we can bring the arms down alongside the body. So this would be a modified shoulder stand. We can stay in the modified version, or if you want to try venturing into full shoulder stand, you want to make sure the abdominals are doing the holding work. The hand should be just supportive, but not holding us up. So to get there, want to pull the belly button nice and tight, start to lift the hips. We'll place them in the hands, keeping weight out of our neck. And if you're in full shoulder stand, you can try dropping some toes over your head. Pulling back up and switch. And if you want to try the plow, make sure you're not feeling any weight in your neck as you've got both legs lowered down. From there, if you're in modified shoulder stand, you're going to bring your knees to your chest. If you're in full shoulder stand or plow, bring your arms to your sides. And then bring your knees to your chest as we slowly roll the spine back to the mat. And then once we're there, let's go ahead and rest our feet down. Toes and heels out, feet about hips distance. Tighten the belly, and as slowly as you can, make your way up into shoulder bridge. And then slowly return to the mat. Once we've made it all the way down to the mat, bring your knees into your chest for a good hug. Stretching down the spine into those gluteals, little side to side rock to massage our spine. And then some nice knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then from there, knees staying close. Set your right foot on the mat and extend your left leg to the sky. Hands walk up as close to your ankle as you can reach. And you can keep that right knee bent and start drawing that left leg forward towards your face, or you can push the right leg out straight. And then go ahead and bend the left knee. Let's bring the right knee back in. Little side to side rock. And then hold center, set your left foot down, knee bent. Send your right heel towards the sky, hands as close to your ankle as you can reach. Again, you can keep the knee bent, or you can extend the left leg straight out onto the mat. And then go ahead and bend the right knee and bring the left knee in as well. Couple more side to side rocks. Those knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then we can just let the feet rest on the mat. Open your arms wide. Let's drop our knees to the left and look right. Come back up. Drop your knees to the right and look left. And then come back to that neutral place. And let your knees fall open with the soles of your feet resting close together. Arms come into your sides, palms facing up. And then when you feel ready, you can just let your legs extend out onto the mat. Again, adjust your body so that as you're restful on the mat, you're not feeling any points of pressure. Let's send away all of our anxious thoughts and spread kindness and compassion to all sentient beings. Namaste. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hydrate, keeping muscles juicy, functioning, and flexible. The same goes with our brains, keeping them juicy, functioning, flexible, making good